I call it fear of me, not fear of frogs. And I'm not telling you why I'm scared of frogs. Anyways, let's focus. It's not fear of failure either, but that strange internal shivers that comes when you realize you might actually be capable. Now that's terrifying. Because what if I'm actually good at this? What if I could really change lives with words? What if I'm built for this? And now I'm capable of doing more, and I'm accountable to do something about it. That's the fear nobody warns you about. The fear of potential. You see, back in 2016, when I started my YouTube and all of these pages, I thought obedience would feel romantic, Spoiler alert. Every time I tried to speak or show up, something inside me whispered, "Who do you think you are?" And sometimes that whisper sounded a lot like me. You see, fear wears different marks. Some of us call it perfectionism, some call it introversion, some even call it wisdom, but really it's self-protection. Because being visible means being vulnerable, and vulnerability is exposure, and exposure is risk. So I hid, I overthink, I call it rest, but it's really retreat. It's funny though, because a lot of times we don't think about these things until we start seeing the effort. You see, it's that silent voice that says you've fooled everyone into thinking you're capable. And the danger is, even when you succeed, you don't internalize sources, you just brace for the day you are found out. But here's the thing. Fear of failure, fear of success are siblings. They both whisper the same lie. You are not good enough. Now, let's go to Moses. Moses is my favorite reluctant leader. He's literally face to face with God in Exodus 4 and somehow manages to argue with him about his hiring process. Like, "Lord, I am slow of speech, slow of tongue." And God is like, "Did you really just remind me how you talk? Who do you think gave you the mouth?" It's weird. It's both funny and painfully familiar because I've done the same thing. Giving God the PowerPoint presentation about why I'm not qualified for things He already qualified me for. But here's where it gets real. Moses wasn't afraid of Pharaoh. He was afraid of Moses. He was afraid of what could happen if the version of him he did learn to hide, the insecure, stammering, imperfect man, was suddenly seen in public doing something divine. And I get that. Because when God calls you, He doesn't ask for your most polished self. He calls the raw version. The one still healing, still doubting, still scared to post the video. The one who says, "I don't even like social media, Lord." And He smiles and says, "Perfect. That way you won't idolize the attention." Sometimes I think heaven must laugh at our excuses. "God, what if they don't like my voice?" And He's like, "But I tuned it myself." "God, what if I fail publicly?" And He's like, "Then you will fail faithfully and I will still use it." Because He's not looking for fearless people, He's looking for willing ones. Even trembling willingness counts. Rollo May once wrote about something. She said, "Courage is not the absence of fear, it's the ability to move in spite of it." That means fear isn't your enemy, it's your compass. It often points towards the very thing you're afraid of. Carl Jung called it the terror of self. He said that the hardest act of courage is not slaying dragons, it's accepting yourself fully. Because once you accept who you are and who God says you are, you lose the excuse that let you stay small. And maybe that's the battle for people like me. Not the battle to find our calling, but the battle to stop sabotaging it. Because we think humility means hiding, but true humility is not denial, it's stewardship. It's saying, God, you gave me this, and I will handle it with trembling hands, but I will still handle it. So maybe the fear of me isn't something to conquer, maybe it's something to understand. When your purpose knocks on the door of your insecurity and it says it's time, and you answer even with your voice shaking, because courage isn't loud, it's often quiet obedience with shaking hands. And faith isn't always confident, sometimes it's just consistent. So yes, I'm still introverted. Yes, sometimes I still run away from my own calling. Yes, I overthink what people might say about my voice. But you know what? Moses stammered his way into history. Gideon doubted his way into victory, and Peter sank and walked on water in the same story. So maybe God doesn't need my perfection. Maybe He just needs my participation. So if you're listening right now and you've been haunted by the fear of you, the fear of your flaws, your story, you're not enough, remember, God factored your flaws into His plan before you even found them. He's not shocked by your limitations. So step out again, post again, speak again, dream again, do it again. And when fear whispers, who do you think you are? Smile and say, I am who He says I am. Thank you for listening to God's Love Letter. If you ever fear yourself, remember, even fear can be a holy thing if it drives you back to the one who made you.